I did one special thing in college that I think put me ahead at least like 4 years of everyone else, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how to do it. It's not hard, you just have to put the time in. I went and tracked down the contact information of every single CEO in my area that I could. All I did was send an email to every single one of them and say, hey, this is my name, I'm a student, that's the key, and then you say, I just have a couple questions, can I come interview you? I asked them, what would you do differently when you were my age? What can I do now to get ahead in 10 years? What do you wish that you would have known when you were my age? And what did you do differently that made you the CEO and not an employee? You guys want the cheat code? Just go ask for it. Because they told me absolutely everything.
5 tips on how to start a small business, part 1. My first tip is pretty obvious, but you need to find out what you want to sell. There's so many things that you can sell online, but you gotta figure out which one you're most passionate about. The second tip is find out where you want to sell your products. Sell them on Instagram, do you want to sell them on Etsy or Shopify, make your own website? You gotta figure out which one is best for you. Third tip is make sure you start writing down literally everything. All your ideas, you need to make sure you're writing them all down. I personally like using this app called GoodNotes. It's on my iPad. Definitely helped me stay organized and figure out what my plan was. Fourth tip is once you find out what you want to sell, do not spend too much on all of your supplies. You are going to have to spend a little bit of money at first, but you don't want to spend too much because you definitely want to make that money back as fast as you can. Tip is write down everything you buy and how much you spend. Doesn't matter if it was like $1 and not that expensive, you always need to write it down. Like for part 2.
Hi everyone, so a lot of you are asking how did I start my business here in Canada? Like when I started my business, nobody helped me, so I feel your pain, I feel your stress, so I'm gonna help you. So basically, first thing that you're gonna do is to make sure that you are legalized. There's no actually proper procedure on how you register your business if you're just a single owner. So you're just gonna track your expenses and revenues every month. Like for me, I would like to keep it in a small notebook together with my receipts. So by the end of the year, all you need to do is to submit all your records of your expenses and revenues to your accountant, and they will do a T4E for you. Yeah guys, you should research more before starting a business because that is a very crucial thing to do. And for those small businesses who are selling cosmetics, if you are selling cosmetics in Canada, you need to notify each of your product ingredients to CRA or just simply go to Health Canada website. Don't forget that it is mandatory. Follow for more tips!
Small Business Tips Part 5. I'm going to show you how I was able to get more than 700,000 store sessions in just 1 month. Spending $1 on advertisements. Factor to know is that look how many people viewed my website on their mobile because of the social media marketing tactics that I did. One of them being TikTok. I posted a video 4 to 6 times a day. I know they tell you 1 to 3, but doesn't matter what time you post because there's customers around the world. Posted at 1 a.m. and everybody was asleep in the United States. There is everywhere else where there's so many people who are awake. So you can't just post any video. So I'm going to put a few video ideas here for you. But if you want to dive more deep into it with me, join my business class.
One of the biggest tips I can give you if you are a small business starting out is have inventory. Some of us are doing custom made products, which is totally fine. But wherever you can have inventory, make sure that you have it. I have literally spent days and days and days making over 800 pairs of earrings to make sure that I am fully stocked. Like I said, I do get custom orders and I get custom paintings, which I have to work on when I get the order. But now when someone orders earrings, I can just put them together and mail them out super fast. This also allows me to have more time to spend on social media talking to you guys and with my family. If you guys like these videos, you want more tips, make sure to follow.
In the early days of Fizzy Soaps, I wasn't making any sales, and this caused me to make my soaps very cheap, so people would buy. I would work hours to make a beautiful bar soap and charge low prices because without this, no one would buy my soap. And it was hard because I knew my work was worth more, but no one else thought so. and it was the only way I could make a sale. Now I know that this was a mistake, but back then it seemed like a reasonable thing to do. My advice to other small creators is to charge what you believe your product is worth, and if other people don't think so, then that's okay. Those who value your work will not cut you short.
Here's a rookie mistake to avoid. So my shipping was set to the standard Shopify shipping of $6.90. Who wants to pay $6.90? I don't. You're gonna go to all products, then you're gonna select on the products you need to change. So here are all my custom orders that I needed to change. You're gonna go down and select them all, and then you're gonna hit edit. Make sure you do this anytime you're adding a new product. Make sure your weight is set to the specific weight of your product. This was set to 0.5 pounds. My product is 0.5 ounces, and then your shipping is the right price.
Here's number one reason why most small business owners can never scale their business. It's because they're working as a business operator, not an owner. If your business cannot scale without your presence, then you don't own a business. You just have another job, an operator. And that is the hardest job in the world because you have to wear all kinds of hats. There are 6 tips on how to transition from a solopreneur to an actual business owner. Number 1, you have to learn to delegate. Number 2, you gotta hire leaders, not followers. Leaders who can make right decisions without your presence. Number 3, you have to learn to create an amazing manual, an extraordinary manual that allows any ordinary workers to perform at a high level, at an extraordinary level with that manual. Number 4, as an owner of the company now, you have to now learn to change your expectations from your workers to appreciations. Number 5, learn to accept failures from your workers and let them make mistakes. That's the only way for them to learn. Number 6, make sure you follow me.
Top tip. Always tell the customer the truth if you've mucked up their order. I have dyslexia, which is not easy when you're doing personalised gifts, and even though I've checked it 3-4 times, I still get it wrong sometimes. So this is me rectifying it from a customer who has been amazing and totally understanding.
If you're starting a new business, here's a few things you can learn from our mistakes. If you're ordering stock from overseas, make sure you take into account of shipping costs. When we first ordered our stocks, we forgot about shipping costs and it blew our budget. Especially for brand new businesses, take time to make sure everything is done properly, such as marketing and hyping up the brand, and don't rush the launch. When you first launch, don't spend all your budget into paying for ads. Focus on building an organic traffic flow first, and then ads after will only boost it. Follow us for more tips.
Things I use for my small business that just make sense, part 4.
Definitely my online P.O. box. It's way safer than putting your home address on your return labels, and it's much cheaper than a regular P.O. box. The plans start at $10 a month, and you get all the perks that you would with a regular P.O. box.